Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my channel. It's Star, and in today's video we are doing another themed cooking video. I did one before for like season 1 of the live action One Piece. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out after you finish this video. But we are kind of throwing it back. So the game was called Pixie Hollow, and I used to play that like years ago. All the people who watched, I think it was Tinkerbell and all her like little movies and stuff, they had a little Disney Channel game or whatever online, and it was Pixie Hollow. For y'all who have played it, there's like a little section or mini game where you make like different like cakes and cookies and different stuff. So it's a standard blueberry cake. I guess it doesn't really have layers or anything, and just blueberry icing, but I'm going to be attempting the one with layers, which is the Deli's blueberry surprise cake. This is the pan I have. Once I make the cake, I'll cut it into layers, and I'm gonna cut it in half, so also just in case I mess it up, I have a backup. Okay, I'm doing a lot of recipe adjusting. So this cake on Pinterest, the picture, of course, it looks like isn't a round pan, but it looks about double this size. So I'm gonna cut the recipe in half, and then of course adjust for whatever this is, organic coconut flour. In this recipe, by the way, it does say lemon. I'm skipping the lemon because it don't say lemon in the Pixie Hollow recipe. Yeah, so we're gonna do melted butter, milk, and instead of milk, I'm using this organic coconut cream. Show ya. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of substitutions, so we're just gonna see how this works out. And then the vanilla extract. I wanted to get like a healthier one, but we already had some here. This is the one I have. I think it's just a Walmart one. Time to pour it in the pan, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. So I'm gonna put this in the oven for an hour, and then I will start the icing when it starts cooling down. Okay guys, so we're gonna be doing part 2 as a voiceover because when I was recording the second part, sadly it was in slow-mo, so sorry I have to voice over the second half, but you guys please stick through it because my cake ends up being a cake. Okay guys, it is time for the Japanese word of the day. We are sticking to one theme, of course, so we have 3 words. Let's get started. Okay, so the first word is blueberry, and this one's pretty easy. So blueberry is blueberry, blueberry. We'll say it faster, blueberry. Okay, frosting's a little harder, but we're gonna learn it together. Frosting is frostingu, frostingu. Let's say it faster, frostingu. Okay, that's pretty good. And then last word is going to be easy. It is fairy. So fairy is fairy, fairy, fairy. So blueberry, what is blueberry? Blueberry. So frosting, what is frosting? Frostingu, frostingu. Okay, last one, what is fairy? ready. So as you can see, I'm using some coconut cream and then I'm adding the vanilla extract right now, mixing that up, mixy, pour it in the wet with the dry ingredients. All right, so if you can see, the mixture was not wet enough. So adding more coconut milk. Still not the best. It got a little bit better, you can see here, but surprise, I'm adding more coconut milk. At this point, I will try to guesstimate how much coconut milk I put in here, or coconut cream. Okay, that's it in the oven. Thank God it's looking like a cake. Sorry for the fork marks in there, I had to test it. Then I'm simmering the blueberries with just some water and lemon. While I was waiting for that to simmer, I was cutting the cake. So I cut that in half, so beautiful. Then I was just cutting the halves in half so I can layer it. I ended up not cutting off the top/bottom parts, which I should have, because it made the cake a little crunchy. So for next time, yeah, I'm gonna cut off a layer of the top and the bottom so it's not crunch in random parts of the cake. And then I'm cutting off like the edges. At least I cut off that part. Trying to make it as even as possible. Okay, see, it's coming together. It's looking pretty good. The icing turned out really well. I should have added a bit more powdered sugar, but I didn't. But it's still pretty good. It was simple. I didn't show the process, but I just did some powdered sugar, the butter that I let get to room temperature, and the little blueberry sauce mix that I did. You're supposed to sieve the blueberry mix that I was simmering. I didn't have that, so I just pushed it through a little strainer and got all the juice out of it that I could. Mixed that with the buttercream, or really the butter and the powdered sugar, and it made like a blueberry buttercream frosting, you know? So I'm putting that all around the cake. Don't judge me. I rarely bake and I'm newly vegan, so I'm trying to make these perfect. So I'm just spreading all that on there as best as I can. She might be a little tilted, but it's totally fine. Okay, so I'm adding some blueberries on top just for a little decoration. It looks cute. Now I'm just cleaning up my plate a little, it's like a real baker does. Okay, now this is me posing for a thumbnail. You see me with my beautiful creation, and then you can see the inside, the little layers. I really did that, you know? Okay, I'm trying it out, and of course I like it. Now I'm taking another bite and even another bite. I rated it a 8 out of 10 in the video. But yeah, y'all, make sure you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. Follow me on Instagram. I will pop up on the screen. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.